Hey, welcome back. And today I'm going to talk about relationship goals. And one thing you really got to remember is date like-minded people. This is the biggest problem in dating today. You have some men who let the little man think for the big man. In other words, you will have, okay, let's just put it this way. When it comes to couples, women tend to marry upwards, while men tend to marry downwards. In other words, you will see a nurse marrying another nurse or a doctor, but you'll never see a nurse marry a, say, a janitor or something. So it has to be someone equally on their education level and work level, professional level, and women will marry upwards. Men tend to marry downwards. The biggest problem there is a lot of men, they tend to go overseas to find a spouse. And a lot of times they'll marry someone that they've only known 4 or 5 weeks. And their goal is to marry someone, either have a housewife or the wife will work and bring in money to the family. Sometimes some of these men marry women whose goal is to get out of the country. The first man that wants to marry them, they will marry. 1. 2, their end goal is to take care of their family. And you might be the husband, but you are not the end goal. They are going to take care of their family. And this is where the problem lies. A lot of times guys bring these women overseas, from overseas to the United States. They have no job skills. They have no education. They bring nothing to the relationship. And so the guy now winds up going to this country, partying it up, showing this girl around, wooing her, only known her 4 or 5 weeks. They get married 6 months later because the visa's taken care of. And she comes over, and now she's like, I have to work. I need $500 a month to send to my mother. I need $1,000 a month. And no matter how much money that she gets, it all goes to the parents. Now the mortgage is not being paid. The electricity, credit cards, water bills not being paid. And so the guy's now like, look, we need to pay our bills. And the woman's like, why? My parents are more important than paying bills. So the woman sometimes, or the man, sometimes goes and gets a job, and then what do you know? It winds up that she sends all her money from her paycheck to her family and then demands his paycheck to send to the family. $3,000, $4,000 a month going overseas, and they're living in poverty because they do not have the same mindset. He wants to buy a car. He wants to buy a house. She wants to take care of her family and gamble. This is not a good combination, and the marriage will not last. So if you date somebody who has the same goals as you, I'm going to get a job. We are going to buy a house. We are going to buy a car. We're going to put 25% of our money into savings for retirement, and then we are going to retire. A lot of people I know, even some men do bring their wives from overseas, and they do have the same goals. These couples stay married. It's the couples that don't see eye to eye. They have different end zones. They have different ideas on why they're getting into the marriage. One is to take care of the family. The other one's to have a wife and someone to grow old with. And it they wind up getting divorced very quickly. But the couples that get married, and even though they may not have job skills, they go get a job. They send a little bit of money home to their parents, and they buy a house, they buy a car. They invest wisely, and then they retire, and they stay married. But do not marry someone that doesn't have a goal. I've seen tweakers stay married a long time, but they're like-minded. They get up in the morning, they do their tweaking, they walk around for the day, they go to the casino, they gamble, and they go home. they're happy. But I've seen people tweakers that get upset because there's a little bit of tweaking left and they want it and they don't want the other person to do it. So it winds up that if you marry someone with your goals, that have the same goals as you, the same intellect as you, you'll probably stay married a lot longer than you will if you marry someone that the goals do not equal to what you want. So you need to find someone that are very, very into the same ideas and have the same goals as you, and your marriage will work much better. Thank you.